friends, Tracy here from the Sewing Channel. It's rarely that I'm impressed by anything. Honestly, today's test, I'm impressed, and I believe you will be too. So let's get right into it. Watch through the entire video, please. We'll meet back at the end, and I'll give you all the ins and outs, where we're going to find this stuff at the end of this video. But watch it through. Impressive. I needed to test a mask that had a filter pocket in it, so of course I chose the Sewing Channel filter pocket mask, of course, to do the test in. And you can kind of see through it there that there is nothing in there at all. There's no filter in there yet. And I'm opening it up just to show you that there is indeed nothing in there. We'll check both sides there. So here you see the olefin or the olefin filter that I cut out. This pattern will be in the description box. Underneath this video, there'll be a link there. So you can go ahead and click that and get your own free pattern for the filter. So I'm just going to stick it in the mask in the center here. Now I did come across one small problem on this particular mask on getting the filter in. When I made the mask, some of you might remember, I put 2 sets of top stitching to hold both the front and the back together. I did that at the top of the mask underneath the nose piece area. And in order to utilize this filter the best, I believe we need to not do that, what I did, because that actually inhibited it from actually filling up the whole pocket area, and that's really what I wanted to do. So I struggled a little bit because of that, but I persevered through, and you see right there, I'm trying to push that up in there, but the stitches literally will not allow me to. But I do the best I can with what I have there. For future masks, though, don't put those stitches there. And I'll point them out here in a second. Be sure to click the link above, though, if you want to see how that mask was made or if you want to make it. So here I'm just showing you the inside, and you see the filter is definitely in there, and there's only one olefin filter, one flat piece. That is it, just one. There's that top stitching right there, and on that side too. Yeah, don't do that. The filter is in place, and I believe we are ready to start our test. So I'm just going to lay it at the top of my glass. There's no water in my glass at all. It's dry. I actually made sure with a paper towel. I should have showed that on video though, so I'm sorry I didn't. But you can see there's no water, anything in it. And so I'm just going to pour some water in the top of the mask, just like you see me do there. And I'm waiting to see if water penetrates through the olefin or if it stays in the mask. And so that's what we're looking for here. I chose to turn the mask this way for the testing just because you could see better on the white fabric than you could the purple. But it's doing a great job, as you can see. The water is staying in the well there, and so it would as well on the purple side of the mask, which is a really good sign. Absolutely no water is dripping at all from this mask. I mean, none. Here I'm just giving you a close-up of the glass. There's nothing in it, and yet we see water is in the mask yet. So what olefin does is it actually repels liquid moisture, which tells me that it's also going to repel the airborne droplets, the respiratory droplets. So they're wet, right? And so it repels wet. Friends, this glass is bone dry, no water at all. I don't know about you, but that impressed me. I mean, really, that impressed me. Before we get to testing without the olefin filter in, tell me down in the comments, did it impress you or no? Since I started with a dry mask to do the olefin filter test, I also wanted to start with a dry mask for without the olefin. So I went ahead and dried it real good and pressed it, and we're all set to go. So let's get right into the next testing. And you can see there everything is dried out. I dried it out after I had poured out from the other testing, and nothing's in there at all. We have some more water here that we're going to pour into our mask, and I want you to take note there's nothing inside of that filter pocket area, just like before. You could see through it to the purple side through the white, and we're going to go ahead and lay it right on top just like we did before. I'm going to just take the water and just pour a little bit in it first and see what happens. I'm starting slowly just to get started and just putting in small amounts. I didn't want to overload the mask. And we're going to go ahead and look at the top there. You see it's soaking up all of the wet, and it is starting to drip into the glass. I figured the mask would soak up more liquid before it would start to drip, but that's not the case. It literally started to drip almost immediately after pouring, and you can see there it's really dripping. I mean, it's like a sieve, right? For me, doing this test, 2 pieces of the 100% cotton, not enough. That olefin filter, now that's a game changer. So what did you guys think? Honestly, I'm convinced that we need to have the olefin filter inside of our masks. So when the World Health Organization came out a couple weeks ago now it's been, and talked about how the masks needed to have the polypropylene as a third layer, inner layer in between, honestly, I was skeptical at first, but after this test, yes, I believe we do. We need it. Now, is it washable? I did hand wash it and I put it in the dryer and it still repelled. But if you get a pinhole in it or if it tears a certain way, it's not going to be any good. So you can reuse them if you're careful with them. Where are we going to get olefin? Remember, olefin was one of the things that the World Health Organization said that they recommended, the polypropylene. Now, because of my last video where I introduced the olefin to you guys, remember we sewed it down the center and we shouldn't have done that. Well, I didn't do the testing yet by then. So I really needed to come back and tell you guys not to do that. So hopefully you guys are watching this video now to get all the new updated information on that. What we're going to do is you're going to go in the description box and you're going to print this out. It's the filter. It's just very small and it's cut on the fold and there's absolutely no seam work at all. Now I did pink it around just to make it look cute, right? I mean, if we're gonna sew, right? We want stuff to be cute. So I did pink it, but you don't have to. No sewing whatsoever, but you are going to cut on the fold, just like that. And I'll be coming out with a large mask. It's already been drafted. Things just have to be finalized with that. For my friends who do not know how to find the description box, this is a problem. This is an issue on YouTube. I wish they made the description box more accessible or more, I don't know, visual so that people could find it. If you don't know how to find the description box, click this link right here. I made a video on how to find the description box on YouTube. Click that if you don't know how to find the description box, because that's where all this stuff's at. That's where you're going to find the patterns and the links and everything to get the olefin. Because I'm selling it so quickly, I mean, I sold out of the half yards in like a few days, I think. It was so quick. I'm trying to make smaller units of them so that more people get them because there's only so much, and I feel bad because I know it's gonna sell out again before I can get more in stock. So the kits that I've made up, there's going to be a strip of olefin in it, and there's going to be enough for 6 masks, okay? And I don't know the inches right now, but here's a picture of the kits and what it looks like right here. That link is in the description box as well. If you want to learn how to make that mask that was in the test today, it's a really good mask. I encourage you. click the link coming up here at the end. You'll know which one it is because it has that real pretty floral purple on it. You'll want to be sure and click that and learn how to make it. It has a free pattern as well, and honestly, I think it's the best one so far. That will be it for a while, and we can sew some other stuff. Can you please give me hope for that? And please, my subscribers, tell me in the comments down below, what else do you like to sew besides these masks? Now that we've got the mask thing all under control and we're all stocked up and we know what pattern we're going to use and we know what to use in the middle of it, let's make something else. So please, I beg you, my subscribers, tell me something that you like to sew other than masks. And hopefully we can do some videos like that here coming up soon this summer. Until next time on the Sewing Channel, take care.